Hey everybody, it's Ian from Alpha Clock Productions, and today we're going to be playing some ABZU. It's a brand new game, just came out on August 2nd, my bad. And really cool game, really awesome. I'm going to be doing a whole walkthrough through the game since there's not much to do in terms of gameplay, but the visual aspect of the game and the mechanics of swimming is just like a really fun, relaxing, soothing game. And while it is available on PS4, I am playing it on PC, and because of that, I do have all of my settings on ultra and as high as everything can go. So it's going to look as good and as clear as this game is possibly able to be. And hopefully the YouTube video does it justice, and it doesn't look like a bunch of Minecraft fish swimming around, since it might compress the file, but hopefully not. Anyway, so we're gonna start this game, and I played through it once. It's a really good game, and I'm gonna do a walkthrough, so that way people who haven't played the game before, or might not have a PS4 or a PC capable of running it, can at least watch the game and see how it's made, or see what it's like and everything, since really it is just the beauty of this game that makes it so great. And while everything does look really cartoonish at a first glance, and there's so much contrast and so much saturation that it might look a little bit weird, it's absolutely gorgeous to look at with all the colors, to be swimming alongside some of these fish. And that's another really cool part about this game, is the fact that the developers put so much science and so much effort into creating this game. They studied all the species of fish that they added into the game, and studied their movements, their behavior and everything, so they can really correctly copy it. Yeah, correctly copy it into the game. So everything's really realistic with the fish movement, even the kelp movements. They study the science of kelp movement underwater and how currents affect it and how they move, so that way the kelp movements would be as realistic as possible, which is really great. Also, one thing I want to say is sorry about the audio if the game is really loud over my voice, and if there's a buzzing noise or a white noise behind my voice. I am not exactly the richest person in the world, and I have a Razer Kraken headset, which it might have produced a little bit of white noise in the background, but and also the game volume, you're not allowed to change it in game, which is really ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, we're gonna dive, and so it might just be a little loud for you, the game volume itself over my voice. Alright, so now we're just swimming. We just started the game. They're giving me the instructions on how to move. Look at that. These fish are awesome. And they react to you. They react to you realistically, and they all move as schools. So now we're going to be boosting around, swimming. Use this to attract fish to you. And then there's this massive grouper right here, where they start teaching you the mechanics of the game. Slides up right next to you, and you can now ride alongside of the fish, which is really cool. Oh, here's some of the kelp movements. And this game is just absolutely beautiful when you're playing it, and that's really half the game. So now you're seeing wow, this just looks insane. And then you can go up to the top, jump up there, swim along with these fish, and the beauty of the game is the main reason that you're playing it. Just walking through, swimming, having a good time, just relaxing and seeing what you can discover. So there's also these things that you go in to press the space bar, and it releases these fish, and they're just now released into the environment, and they have multiple ones of those throughout the game, and there's different things to discover, sort of like objectives that you have to try and capture. Oh, almost missed this one. Was this the one I just got? No way. Anyway, there's one right up here. Now these things are little, they're kind of like the Oracle from Halo. So they kind of just follow you around and sort of like scan things. There's not really much of another use behind them, but they're good company to have, especially like when you're playing this alone and you find you get into like a part where like the ocean looks a little bit sketchy. So right now we're swimming on this dog or leopard shark. Yeah, it tells you in the bottom right corner what kind of fish you're riding at the moment. Most of them you can control, but sometimes they go out of their way to try and eat other fish, so that part can get a little bit annoying. Right here, I'll show you guys. Oh, we'll ride the sea turtle. That's pretty fun. I'll show you guys this meditating option. So you'll sit down on rocks like these. You hit enter, and then it'll show you you can move around a species of fish, and it'll show you exactly what the species of fish are. Although it might keep going back to the same ones. So I just got an achievement, I guess. Yeah, it keeps showing me the same exact ones for some reason. So what is this one? This is a Goliath grouper. Alright, so then we will exit. Oh, whoops, I accidentally hit re-enter. So we're gonna swim back up here. I don't know if I got this one or not yet. I think I might have. Yes, I did. Pretty boosted of me. Anyway, yeah, there's also sometimes little like shells you can find as sort of Easter egg, or not Easter eggs. Well, I'm an idiot. They're kind of like just trophies, I guess. You pick them up and you do the little scan thing by pressing spacebar, which is what I'm doing to make that little light go off to activate certain things, and they just appear, and that's really it. They don't really tell you what they're for exactly. So yeah. And also the music in the game is like really good because it they tried to work really well on like how okay, we got us chill right now. Alright. That thing's gone. And so they tried really hard to convey emotion in the game by adding like the music that would correctly convey like what sort of emotion you're supposed to be feeling. Like right now we saw that shark and things kind of went, instead of that light chirpy kind of like upbeat sort of tone, everything's now sort of like a more desolate kind of like, whoa, not, and we're in deeper, more open waters. So like these things move too, which is pretty cool. And now, just see, now the music gets a little bit more chirpy, but oh god. Now this is really desolate looking. Okay, so there's a big glowing light in the center. The light's fading more, and it's pretty scary going down here and everything. We're gonna go down to the bottom and see what we can find here. Okay, so we have like metal wreckage. What does that mean? I'll swim along the side, see if we can find anything. It's kind of scary here because like you see that great white shark and you're just thinking like, oh shit, something's about to pop up out at me and everything, which luckily did not happen there. We're gonna swim up here into the giant orb. It's gonna glow a little bit, take me to some galaxy looking thing. Yeah, so now we're just floating in air, and let's see if we can go into the water. Not really much, it forces you back up. Okay, so these things up here are going to these things up here are kind of like what I was talking about, like the I don't remember the name of them exactly. I'm not a marine biologist, and you find them in game. You just press the space bar around it, and like activate something. They just kind of like appear or disappear after that. We're gonna swim over here and see what happens. Oh wow. Okay. Alright. So what's gonna pop? Manta rays and like a vertical coral reef. Or just a vertical piece of coral with some manta rays jutting out of it. Okay, so I guess the well, the place that we were just in is now filling up with water, even though it was at the bottom of the ocean. It's becoming much more light, or there's a lot more light, and manta rays are now pouring out of it. Alright, pretty cool. And there's still, well, there's a gate opening. Obviously there's some sort of like ancient civilization / Atlantis sort of deal. We are gonna try and catch a ride on these bad boys. Oh yeah, like this is like one of the coolest parts of the game. Like you're just able to do this really cool stuff on the backs of like these super sweet animals. I wonder if we can dive in the water. Nope. They want you back up. Alright. So, yeah, it's kind of like an Atlantis sort of civilization that brings you up here. Oh, there's more fish. Then they're responding to you through whatever means of communication they use. So we'll take it slow through this place. Wow. That's awesome. So they obviously worship that coral reef that we just visited based on that little picture right up there. I actually didn't notice that the first time I played. Alright, now it's just starting to look a little bit scarier. Gotta have our wits about us. Another thing though too is that they highly recommend that you play this game with a controller, which I don't feel is necessary at all. Okay. Oh shit. Alright. Well, that was pretty crazy. What the hell is that? It's a sea turtle. Giant ass sea turtle. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're hitching a ride on this dude. We're going down to the bottom, boys. Woo! Got the headlights on. Alright, sweet. There's one of these. Yeah, so they hide these things in places that are tougher to get to or tougher to find. But like I was saying, they recommend that you play it on a controller, but I feel like while I definitely understand how it could make things a lot smoother, I feel as if I guess because maybe I've already played through this, I can't activate it, and it just releases these sea turtles. These sea turtles are the things that got released in the game, or from that thing. But what's interesting is that, like, with a controller, I feel like it's a lot more difficult to get the viewpoints that I'm getting, like this, and everything, to get up close and get all the angles that I'm getting. I get that the swimming would be a lot smoother, but I don't feel as if that would be completely true. Go up. Oh, fish jumped. I feel as if I can swim just fine with the my keyboard and make more precise movements with it as well. But yeah, so we got this big triangle looking technology. It's like a gate, and there goes my little buddy, so now I'm alone. We're gonna go swim right through here, and now we're done with that. So I think we're gonna end with part 1 right there, and I'll release part 2 in the upcoming days. Thanks guys, here's a little glimpse of what it'll look like for when you get to it. Sweet. Alright, it's been a good one. Like I said, my name's Ian. Alpha Clock Productions. Like our page, like this video if you want, if you enjoy it and you want to see more like this. Again, I plan to do every part, or every chapter of this game and release it as a different part. So yeah, that's about it. That's me signing off. Have a good one.
Hey guys, hope you really liked that video. And if you did, please
like, comment, share, and subscribe.
You should also check out our Twitter,
Facebook,
and Tumblr.
See you again soon!